Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I wanted to go through something that I often think about but I've never actually really talked about on this channel. Obviously this is what it's all about, but it got me thinking today because I just got in from a gym workout and it made me really think about how I don't negotiate with myself. I just go because that is part of who I am. I am not someone that's trying to go to the gym. I'm not someone that's trying to stay in shape. I just do it because that's just who I identify with. I identify as a gym bunny. Let's get further into it. And this might make you feel uncomfortable because I want you to look at yourself and your life in a different way. And this is what it's all about. Like I've just said, I want you to think about that sentence. If you tell yourself that you're trying to go to the gym, or I'm trying to stay in shape, I'm trying to watch what I eat, rather than just being the woman who does that, then you are going to consistently struggle with that. And I'm not kidding you. Seriously, your mind is gonna hold on to that trying, and you're going to stay stuck in that loop, and you're never going to become the woman who actually just does those things. Let's get even further into it. And like I said, it's not because I'm more disciplined than anyone. It's not because I'm more motivated to go. It's not because I have some secret routine. It's simply because I am just someone that goes to the gym. Like I said, I identify with being a gym bunny. This is just an example, by the way, but I thought it's obviously very relevant. And the difference between actually being or going and trying, that difference is huge. I want to discuss that difference because a lot of you are sitting in there. Because the truth is that most women aren't struggling with their consistency. They're struggling with identity and who they are being or who they identify with. Most women are living in this subtle loop, which is I'm trying to be more consistent. I'm trying to be more confident. I'm trying to show up more. I'm trying to eat well, trying to do this. I'm trying to change my life. But all this sounds really, really good and positive. It sounds like you're making the effort. It sounds like you're growing. It sounds like you're making progress. But trying is one of the most deceptive identities that you can live in. Because inside the word trying is the belief of you being not that person who just does that just yet. And so every time that you say you're trying to do something, you're actually reinforcing that idea that you're not just the woman who actually just goes and does it. So I want to make this really obvious. I want you to imagine two women. One of them says, I'm trying to go to the gym and stay in shape. And the other says, I just go to the gym because that's who I am. The first woman is going to negotiate with herself and she's going to think, do I feel like going today? Maybe I'll just go later. I'll just skip it just this once. It'll be fine. And then I'll start again next week. But the second woman, she doesn't even have that conversation with herself because it's not a decision that she's making. It is simply who she is and who she identifies with. This is why trying really creates inconsistency for us, because when you try, you're leaving the door open, and when you're being, you're closing that door, and that is just it. That is what you are doing. Let's go through some more examples because I've really want to hone in this point. I think it is one of the key things to your life, and really embedding those good habits into your lifestyle. Because like I said earlier, this isn't just me talking about the gym. This is just an example that I thought was super relevant. But I want you to look at where else is showing up in your life. And let's say you're trying to speak up more, but you're still hesitating. You're still softening your opinions. You're still holding back because you identify as someone who is learning to speak up or trying to speak up, not someone who just speaks up clearly. You're trying to be more confident, but you're still waiting to feel ready because you identify as someone who is working on their confidence, not someone who just makes the moves before she feels ready, before things feel perfect. She just does the things. For example, you're trying to grow your business, but you're still overthinking all your content, you're still delaying putting out your offer, you're still questioning all the decisions that you're making, questioning yourself, because you're identifying as someone that's figuring it out and not just someone who's doing the thing and someone that is leading and putting themselves out there. That is a huge difference, and it's not the effort that you're putting in. It's simply your identity that you are living from. And making the shift is not how do you try harder and do more things. The shift is really in who are you being when you're making these decisions. That is the shift, because behavior follows your identity always, period. If you take anything from this video, please take that knowledge that your behavior always, without a doubt, follows your identity and who you are being. Because if you identify as someone who goes and does the thing, you go and do your thing. If you identify with someone who speaks up, speaks their mind, you speak up, you speak your mind. If you identify as someone who puts the content out there, you do that. On the other hand, if you identify with someone who second guesses themselves, overthinks decisions, is trying to eat healthier, for example, you're going to continue to try and stay in that stuck identity of not just doing the thing because that's who you are. I hope I've made myself clear. So here's the real question for you. I want you to think about where in your life that it is that you're still trying to do things, and get rid of that and just say, I am the woman who goes to the gym because I just do. Not, I am trying to stay in shape. I'm trying to lose weight. No. If I could get rid of one word from the English language, it would be trying. Because labeling yourself as someone who is trying is going to keep you stuck. Because like I said, trying is going to keep you circling around, and being is what is going to change your life. And this is exactly what I want to break down in my masterclass. Not how you try harder, not how do you stay motivated, or how you get more confidence, or you have to wait until things feel ready. No, but how you can actually shift your identity so that all your behaviors just simply become automatic and part of who you are. And if you're ready to stop trying and start being that woman, then the link to sign up is down below. I will see you there. And just to close this episode out, you truly don't need more discipline, more confidence. You just simply need a different identity. And once that changes, everything else is going to follow. Trust me. I'll see you in the next episode.